That's definitely too low. That's definitely too high. And that's just right. Oh my god, I feel like the three bears, you know, like this one's too hot, this one's too cold, this one's just right. Well, throwback. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Is that really as far as my brain planned? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I created this very natural look. I don't know if you could even call it a look, it's really just my base makeup. It's like a full coverage, my current full coverage routine with some colour correcting and highlighting, concealing, all of that stuff. And I also did a quick run through my brows. So someone is calling me. Yeah, I actually am. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
What was I talking about? I know I was doing my intro, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, I did my brows as well. So I hope that you guys like this sort of video and let me know what you think in the comments and stuff. Anyway, I swear I waffle way too much, so I'm just gonna stop now and I hope that you enjoy this video. Mwah! Okay, so I'm just starting by priming my face with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Then I'm letting that sit and going in to do my brows. So I'm using the ABH Brow Wiz pencil in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm just quickly running that through my brows. This is what I use for kind of like a quick everyday brow. Otherwise, I normally use the ABH Dip Brow pomade in dark brown instead, which I do prefer, but this is quicker, so I went with that today. Then I'm basically cleaning up my brows, and I'm just using my foundation for this to just clean above and below to just neaten that up a little bit more. Now I'm going in with some colour correcting, and I'm taking my LA Girl colour correcting pen to just cover up my dark circles. Then I'm taking this NYX green corrector and I'm just putting that on any dark pigments that I have on my face from spot scars and stuff like that. Then I'm just buffing that out as thinly as I can so there's no cakiness that's going to come through once we've applied the rest of our base makeup. Now I'm basically going in with my foundation, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'll have my shade in the description because I'm not sure what it is. But I've been really liking using this lately because it's a really hydrating foundation. So especially as I have eczema and it gets quite bad during this time of year, I really like to use this to give a really nice glow and colour to my skin, and since I started using this I've literally fallen in love with it, so I would definitely recommend this if you have dry skin. So I'm just blending that all out before going in with my concealer to just brighten up and conceal my face. So for concealer, I am using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Medium, which is my favourite concealer ever. Oh my god, I can't even explain the love I have for this concealer. I don't even imagine what my makeup would be like if I didn't use this. It's a really full coverage concealer, but it's really, really great. The only thing I would say is that it doesn't have a yellow undertone, which is really upsetting and it's quite annoying, I'm not gonna lie, especially because I like to have quite a warm yellowish tint under my eyes to give that brightening illusion. But for now anyway, I'm just blending that into my skin and all the high points that I want to highlight. And I'm also helping to contour my nose by dragging up the concealer to the sides of my nose, which you just saw me do. Now, to put a bit more of that yellow tint back into my skin, I'm taking this LA Girl corrector, which is in a yellow shade, and I'm taking that to just add some yellow undertone to my concealer. So I'm just putting it, I'm concentrating that mainly on the under eyes, and I'm just using it elsewhere to kind of balance out the colour, and I'm just applying that on top of our blended out Tarte concealer because I feel like it doesn't have strong enough coverage for what I personally want, which is why I like to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape first, but this adds the colour undertone that I really want to go for. You want to make sure this blends really nicely together so that there are no harsh and extreme lines between the bright concealer and your foundation colour, and just ignore the fact I look like a ghost because I promise I will fix that.
So tell me what you want from me, girl. 'Cause I can give you what you need, girl. So give me your love, you know you're bad like Rihanna. I'll give you good, no wahala. But I can't promise forever. Oh, no, no.
So now we're going to balance out those bright areas with some cream contour. So I'm taking my NYX Drop Foundation in the shade Deep Rich, and I'm applying that to my contour line and just blending that out with my beauty blender, which make sure is damp as well, I forgot to mention, and it blends out really, really nicely. You don't have to keep blending at it for so long because it just kind of melts into the skin, which is really, really nice. But you want to make sure that you're patting that in as much as possible to blend that out. Now I'm taking my favourite powder, which is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I've literally never even used another powder in my videos because nothing even just comes close to this, and I literally cannot go a day without setting my under eyes with this powder. So first I'm concentrating that under my eyes because that is an area that creases the most for me, so I like to make sure that that doesn't crease over time, and then I run it on my forehead just lightly, and I take a lot of it and apply that to my nose, which is where I get the most oil coming through over the course of the day. So that is why I have to leave it there for quite a while, whereas the rest of the face I wouldn't class it as baking because I literally brush it away straight away. I just leave the nose there to sit for a little bit longer to soak up any oils. Then I basically go in with this NYX HD translucent powder to just cover any other areas that I feel need a little bit more setting, but it's a lot lighter than the Laura Mercier powder, which is why I like it for the rest of my face, that I don't really want to stand out and be as bright. But I'm making sure not to go over my contour line with that because we're going to set that with some powder contour in a moment. And now, once I finish that, I'm just brushing off any excess powder. Now I'm going in with my ABH contour kit in light to medium and this bronzing brush, which is just so big and perfect for this kind of thing, and I'm just running that around the edges of my face and kind of using that to do a light contour on my cheeks, but nothing really too heavy, just a general bronze up of the face. Now I'm just taking that up to the temples of my forehead to just balance out that colour a little bit more and give the face a little bit more dimension, which is why I am just taking it to every edge of my face. Now I'm going in with this Sleek Cleopatra highlighter palette, which is amazing, by the way. It's got creams and powders in it, so I'm just taking this cream one first, and oh my god, it is the most intense highlight I think I've ever used, and I'm just lightly applying that with my ring finger to the high points of my cheek that I want to highlight, and then I'm just kind of blending that out with my finger and then setting that with the gold powder highlight, which comes in the same kit. I'm just using that to set it so that it doesn't really budge over the course of the day and so it doesn't come off on anything either. Now I'm adding some blush, and I'm taking my Sleek Midsummer Night's Dream palette and I'm just taking the dark shimmer shade in that to add some colour into my cheeks. Then after that I basically go in with my bronzing brush and I just make sure everything is nicely blended together. Now I'm taking this fluffy brush and the shade Fawn from the ABH contour kit, and I'm using that to do a very rough contour of my nose, and I'm going in with a very light hand because I don't want it to be too harsh. I want it to come across relatively natural but just give that dimension back to the nose. Then I'm just setting my face with the All Nighter setting spray. Okay guys, now that is the end of this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos on like base makeup and natural kind of stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys all for your love and support. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.